In this video, we're going to do an example of simplifying some square roots with complex numbers. So this one has three different expressions involving square roots that it wants us to simplify. The first one is the opposite of the square root of negative 100. Well, let's simplify square root of negative 100 first. We know it's a negative here, so when we have a negative under the square root, we'll pop an I out here. So now we have negative I times the square root of 100. And square root of 100 is 10, so that simplifies to negative 10i. Part B asks us to do negative I quantity squared times the square root of negative 64. Well, negative I squared is the same thing as I squared, because we square the negative, we still get a positive, so we get I squared. We can take care of the negative under the square root and rewrite that as I times the square root of 64. Well, I squared is negative 1. Square root of 64 is 8. So this just simplifies to negative 8i. For part C, if we want to do the square root of negative x squared, or the negative is outside the squaring here, well, x squared is always positive, so I can take care of the negative sign by writing it as I times the square root of x squared. And then square root of x squared gives you absolute value of x. It's not just simply x because x could be negative, but x squared is certainly always positive. So I have to take care of that with an absolute value of x here. So we think we get absolute value of x times I.